Welcome everyone to day 9 of our Onevinn Advent calendar with some tips and tricks for the Intune and Windows admin. Or should we add Windows 365 admin as well if we make any difference of it? So today's topic is Windows 365 screen protection and watermarking, which is a very, very important and cool feature. Niklas, can you please tell us how it works?
Yes, sir. So with Windows 365, we open up a new possibility to reach our company data from, could be external consultants, devices that we probably don't want our secrets and our data to be stored locally, be it by copying down the data locally or by images, print screen, whatever. We need to make sure that our data stays on our protected devices. So with Windows 365, we have two settings that we can look into. The first one is watermarking, which is pretty cool. So it's not the coolest and the best way of working, I would say, to be the user of such a device. But let's say you have really sensitive data that is reachable from a Windows 365, then I would definitely recommend to use watermarking for that specific use case. So as you can see here on the left side, there's a QR code. So even if someone tried to take a photo with a cell phone on the screen, we could actually trace that back to who did it by using that QR code, because the QR code would be included on the image, right, on the picture. And on the right side here, we have screen capture protection, which is basically blocking the API to do a screen capture, so like a print screen. And that's, of course, the first thing that someone would look into. Say, let's say I have a secret that I want to take that I want to bring down to me to somewhere else, to my local device or to my cell phone. I would first try to take a screen capture, right? So a print screen, and if that doesn't work, I would probably take a picture with my cell phone, and by using these two settings and policies in combination, we will protect against that, hopefully at least. So there are some requirements for watermarking. As you can see here, the better solution is to use the Windows app rather than using the remote desktop client. And what I really like to see here is that this actually works on iOS, macOS, and Android, as well as with the web browser. So by using the Windows app, it's a bit more complete solution. So if you are using cloud PCs and not using the Windows app yet, I would definitely recommend you to at least have a look at it. And one thing that's good to know when we configure the policy is that the default value for the QR code is actually not, translating into something that we could use to see who actually did it. So it's not traceable. So let's see if we can jump out of PowerPoint for a bit. And here we go. So within settings catalog, admin templates, we will drill down to Azure Virtual Desktop. This will work for Windows 365 as well. And the first setting we want to have a look at is enable watermarking. We set this one to enable, and then we can say, hey, we can pretty much configure and define the opacity of the QR code. So how visible should it be? And how big and scale and what's the distance between each QR code, and also how do we want to trace this back to who did it? So who took the print screen, who took the image with the cell phone? We can either use the connection ID. This is a little bit harder to trace so I would probably use the device ID here. So this is the one we want to specifically configure, this setting right here, the QR code embedded content. Otherwise, there will just be a QR code, but we won't be able to actually trace it unless we define it here in a policy. And then for the second one, we want to enable screen capture protection, like so. And I would recommend this one as well, a block screen capture on client and server, this to make it a little bit more complete. So let's have a look at how this will work. So jumping into the cloud PC here, we can see that definitely visible and pretty annoying to me at least. Here we have the QR codes. So we could actually lower the opacity for these to make them more transparent, I guess, to still be able to trace them later on if needed. But these are the default values that I wanted to show. So this is what you would get if you just enable the policy, and it's up to everyone, each of us, to make it work. Like we need to find specific settings that work for us. And here, as you can see, we have my super secret document. If I open this and I try to, this is good, this is really valuable, I know this is sensitive, but let's try to take a print screen of this because I definitely want to do that, like so. So here we go, I have the snipping tool here. Once I try to take a print screen, it's gonna black that out for me, meaning that the API will not respond to this screen capture. So if I do it like this and I try to take a print screen of it, it's just gonna fade to black like this. So that's good. And then of course I really want to get this information out of this system. So I might go ahead and take a picture out of with my cell phone, and this is where the QR code will come to play. So if I did that, an admin could trace that back to, okay, because the QR code will be there. So maybe we can trace it back, hopefully to the user who did it, and then we can ask them to not do so again. So that's it for day number 9, Jörgen.
Yeah, that's a great feature from when you connect in different scenarios.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.